In a shocking incident, a patient with the initials JK was forced to be moved to a narrower room after a nurse at the hospital where he was treated performed an unexpected action. This incident shocked the hospital, the patient's family, and even the wider community after this information spread. Chronology of events. JK, a patient undergoing intensive care at a well-known hospital, was initially placed in a standard treatment room with full facilities. However, the situation changed dramatically after a nurse on duty committed an act that was considered a violation of medical procedures and professional ethics. According to internal hospital sources, the nurse is suspected of deliberately committing actions that endangered JK's health condition. Several eyewitnesses, including another patient in the same room, reported that the nurse was seen doing something that was not in accordance with standard patient care procedures. After this incident was revealed, the hospital immediately took quick steps by moving JK to another room that was smaller but easier to be supervised by the medical team. This decision was taken to ensure the patient's safety and comfort while further investigation is carried out regarding the nurse's behavior. The hospital's action. The hospital management immediately convened an emergency meeting to discuss this incident and determine the measures to be taken. Some of the actions taken by the hospital include internal investigation. The hospital set up a special investigation team to investigate the incident. They collected evidence, including CCTV footage, and interviewed witnesses and other medical personnel who were on duty at the time of the incident. Suspension of the nurse involved. The nurse in question is immediately given a temporary suspension sanction pending further investigation. This measure is taken to prevent the possibility of similar events occurring in other patients. Considering JK's physical and mental condition that can be affected by this incident, the hospital provides medical and psychological assistance to ensure his recovery continues to run well. In coordination with the patient's family, the hospital immediately contacted JK's family to provide an explanation regarding the incident and ensure they get transparent information about the patient's condition and the steps that have been taken. Public reaction, facts or hoaxes. After this news came to the public, various opinions appeared on social media and discussion forums. Some believe that this incident really happened and is clear evidence of the hospital's negligence in supervising its medical personnel. However, some are skeptical and question whether this news is just a fabrication to attract media attention. Is this news true? Some believe that this case is a real event that highlights the weak surveillance system in hospitals. The fact that the hospital immediately took action against the nurse in question seemed to corroborate the suspicion that there was indeed a serious violation of the procedure. Or is it just a sensation? Some people suspect that this news could have been exaggerated or even deliberately made to discredit certain hospitals. Do we have any concrete evidence that this incident did occur as reported? Is there perhaps another motive behind the dissemination of this information? Why should we be critical in receiving news? In today's digital age, news with sensational headlines is often a tool to attract public attention. Unfortunately, not all information in circulation has a solid factual basis. Therefore, before we fully trust or share a news story, there are a few things to consider. News sources. Is this news coming from credible and trusted media or just from unverified social media accounts? Evidence and facts. Is there any concrete evidence to support the claims in this story? Is there CCTV footage or independent testimony corroborating this story? Motives behind the news. Could there be a hidden agenda behind the spread of this news? For example, is there business competition between hospitals that could be the reason behind the appearance of this case in the media? The role of the media in influencing public perception. The media has a huge role to play in shaping public opinion. News that is built with a certain narrative can affect the way people understand an event. Not infrequently, news that has not been fully verified spreads widely and creates confusion or panic in the community. This phenomenon also raises a bigger question. Are we as a society wise enough to filter information? How often are we affected by news that relies solely on emotions without providing concrete facts? As readers, it is important for us to seek information from various sources, compare existing data, and not be easily provoked by news that seems excited but has little evidence. Thus, we can play an active role in creating a more critical and intelligent society in receiving information. A hospital spokesman immediately issued an official statement regarding this incident. They explained that the situation had been handled well and there was no serious threat to Jungkook's health. We make sure that all patients, including Jungkook, get the best care possible. This incident was a procedural error that we immediately dealt with, said a hospital representative. Meanwhile, BTS management appreciated the quick steps taken by the hospital in dealing with the emergency. They confirmed that Jungkook's health remains in good condition and there is nothing to worry about. We are grateful for the quick response of the hospital and the medical personnel who were quick to deal with the situation, said one of the representatives. However, this incident led to a wider discussion about the importance of the readiness of medical personnel in dealing with patients with special status such as international celebrities. Some health experts highlight the need for further training of medical personnel in order to better handle emergency situations, especially in stressful environments. The incident also reminds us of the importance of good coordination among medical personnel, hospital staff, and security teams. Although this incident did not lead to anything more serious, it remains a valuable lesson for all parties to ensure that health services run professionally and without unnecessary panic. For now, Jungkook's condition is reportedly stable and still under the monitoring of the medical team. The hospital has taken steps to re-evaluate VIP patient handling procedures in order to avoid similar incidents in the future. Public is urged not to speculate excessively and still entrust official information from related parties. This incident is a reminder that in the medical world, preparedness, calmness, and professionalism are the main keys in dealing with every patient, especially for public figures like Jungkook. All parties hope that similar incidents do not happen again, and health services in Indonesia are increasing for the safety and comfort of all patients. How should we respond to news like this? Here are some steps we can take when dealing with news with controversial narratives like this. Is this news coming from a media that has a good track record in presenting accurate information? If a news story sounds too shocking or absurd, it's a good idea to look for other sources that cover the same topic. Exchanging opinions with friends or family can help us see the news from a broader perspective. Make sure there is evidence that supports the claims in the news, such as official statements from related parties. Your opinion? After reading this article, what do you think? Do you believe that this incident really happened, or is it just a magnified issue for some purpose? How should hospitals handle situations like this to keep people safe and trusting in healthcare? Let's discuss. Leave your comments and share your views on the case. It is important that we remain critical and not be easily provoked by news that is not necessarily the truth. Don't get caught up in the flow of misleading information.